Looking at pound Aussie today, and this is for Cliff. Salute to you, kid, in the group. Asked me to mark it up and sort of see what my thoughts are. And I always have a tendency to follow up and track my way through it. So I'm going to flick this over and I'll show you sort of the Discord in just a second. And what it's come up on the tracking is this. So it's here. It's come up for this hour, 1 o'clock, to be a scalp, and it's going to be about 11 pips based on the current ATR. Now, when I look at the way that this is working, the pound is middle ground at the moment on strength, and the Aussies gained a bit of grace, but the pair of them are sitting together. So there's not going to be a great massive move. Now, it's coming into play pretty much as we speak. Now, if I do a candle count back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to place an order currently above the current price for 11 pips. Bang. Right. Okay. Now, let me just expand on that a little bit. So, you've seen the sheet. And if I just pull over into kind of here, I've been tracking it. Sort of, as you can see, there was a question mark. I needed it to pull into focus on one thing and another. And if I come up into Trader Talk, Bulls and Bears, there's the read. So I've done a full breakdown here, and then I read it again here because I like to track it through. And it all came because of this little fella here. All right. So that's what we're doing. Now, there's other elements to take into account. Right, it's triggered in. I'm not fussed because it's going to be working between this sort of arena. And the momentum's in my favor. Now, the reason I put the order above the candle is so it has to bounce through it. Okay, now if I drop this out to the hourly, you can also see certain characteristics, what it's pulling against. Now, it's definitely pulling against that move, and we're in a range. And as you can see, it's gradually getting higher. Okay, higher, 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 higher. So it looks like it's working towards this particular move. But where's that pulling against? Well, if we go out into the chart a little bit, when I was on, well, I'm kind of show you where it started. If I look up here, you can see this big drop and all of this here. Okay, so you've got down, compression, compression, compression. In an upward move, it could possibly get pretty high into here. But at the moment, as I was saying, the strengths are out of whack. So I'm really interested in this particular move here. Okay, take this down to the hourly or 4 hour even. So we can see what's going on. There is in bigger detail. Cross. And then take it down into the hour so you can see it. So that's what it's particularly working against. But its overall view is going to be that. And then eventually it's going to be that. So you can systematically work your way into the moves. But at the minute it's here. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tighten this up a little bit just so I can see where different criterias are. Okay. Drop that down. So where's the pivot? Well, the pivot's there. If it breaks the pivot, we've got a problem. So I have to be a bit careful with that. And then you've got that there. And then you've got another one above it. All right. So that's given me some decent criteria that I can see on the chart in an instant. Okay, so I can see where the bounce points are. I want the target before the bounce point. Well, it is. I've looked at an ATR to get a rough idea of target. Because the strengths are sitting together, I know it's not going to be great, so I'm not going to swing at the fences. So what do? I can sort of go, right, okay, we're in here. It's come down. I expect it to get back to there. That's a safe target on its path. But if it's wrong, well, then I've got to start thinking. Now, I'll have a problem here underneath that, and I'll have a huge problem underneath that. So that's the middle ground, this one here. So all I'll do is I'll average into that to get back up to there if I need to. Okay, I treat each position individually as an individual trade, and then the additionals are just kind of, if you can imagine, I'm just doing 5 trades at once is essentially what I'm doing. This one's RR. If I'm letting it stop out down here, it's terrible. But the second one is less. The third one is sort of, well, it's really good actually. And these ones down here are massive. All right. So it's kind of bad, good, excellent, fantastic, outstanding is kind of the way it works. All right. If you're looking at RR, but I don't. I look at ROI. It's a big difference. Big difference, guys. So I'm just looking to get from that point to that point, take what I can, and then gone. All right. So I'll drop it into 5 minutes. We'll watch this out for Cliff, and then I'm going for a walk because she says I have to.
Yeah, do what is nice.
Well, I'm nice.
You're being better when you're walking, bit of exercise.
Go to bed for exercise.
You go back to sleep.
No, it says it's like jogging.
Jogging. I haven't seen you jog for years.
Oh, I'm saying you bloody jog in bed for years there. Right, let's get on to this. Oh, dear me. Well, boys and girls, I was knackered. Why? Because Winky's had me out doing a walk. Try and do 10 minutes a day. Don't like it. Anyway. There you go, Cliff. Let's take a little look at what's going on here. Look at this set of levels. Perfect to where the price was bouncing. Came here. Perfect to where the price was bouncing. However, when I was working out the analysis, it gave me a target to work to. And what's it done? Pretty much bang on it. So, no tickets. It's that one, sorry. And there you go. Dead simple. So, everything is in the planning, my friend. It really is. So get your levels into place like I showed you earlier on. Put the fibs in to reinforce. Secondary fibs for a tighter trading arena. And then just target appropriately. Stage it back. Reduce the exposure. As it pushes forward, naturally increases the upside. And that's the result. Hope that helps. Catch you soon.